Hey friends, welcome back. In this video, we'll be creating our first Power Automate workflow. And the way this workflow is going to work is going to be triggered by form submission, such that whenever a user submits the asset request form, it's going to first populate the Microsoft list with the details of the user that submitted the form and then begin an approval process. This approval process is going to run pending to when either of the admin approves. And once that is approved, it's going to set the approval status on the form to approve. So if you're ready, let's begin. So the first thing would be to go to the Power Automate webpage and you're going to click the create button. So we'll be going with the automated cloud workflow, and for the flow name we are going to when an asset is created from the asset inventory list. So for the trigger we are going to use when an item is created and we are going to create. So we're going to set up a connection, change preference, and we are going to use the connection that we have, the SharePoint team site that we created, and we had the list displayed to, and for the list we're going to select it, and that's it for the first part. The next will be to add the next action using the plus sign, and we are going to use the get item. Still select the team site, which is my team, and select the SharePoint list, which is this. For the ID, I'm going to use the ID of when it was created, and that's it. We're good. So the next thing will be to update some elements of the list. So I'm still going to select the team, select the list, the ID. I'm going to use the ID for the get. And so what are the things I'm going to update? I'll go back. So if you look at this, we can see the departments because we mark them as required. So definitely it's telling you to provide those information. So one thing you can do is you can either go back to the form and then uncheck them as required, or you can just add them. So for instance, the department, I'm just going to get item, select the department. So it's just returning what it got before. For justification, it's going to do same thing. Show more, I'm going to look for justification. Is it this asset tag? Same thing. I'm just going to look for what it got. Asset tag, which is this guy. So I'm going to show all. And for the property I want to update, I want to update the requester claim. So I'm using a custom value. And this time I'm looking for created, the person that created it. The display name. Also, I want to set the approval status to be pending. And the assignment status, I want to say that it's waiting for approval. So once we have that, the next thing will be to start the approval process. Same way, add an action. So I'm going to search for that START start, and I'm using the first one start and wait for approval. So I'm going to use the first to respond option. The title will be approval for new assets, or let's just use for asset allotment for asset allocation. That's fine. I want to assign it to the admin, which is the person creating this. And also I want to add myself. For details, I just want to copy a bunch of text and paste that. The details is actually the details you get when the approval is sent to these two persons that has been added for approval. So they get to see all of the details, the person requesting for the device tag, type, and all of those information. So once you have that, we're going to add another action, which is a condition to check if the device is approved, so I'm going to click on diction. So this time I'm going to look for an outcome. So here is an outcome. So the outcome, we want to set it equal to what? Approve. So that means if the approval action has been completed, which is approve, then if that is true, we might want to do the next thing, which should be to update. So we want to update item, right? So we are going to select the team, and then we go to the name of the SharePoint list. The ID, we are going to use the ID of the update item. Department, we're just going to add this again. Let's use get the one that was gotten before. Justification, same. So you might just want to go turn those things off so you don't have to do repeated tasks, right? So it's fine. Justification, asset tag, same thing. Uh, Asset tag, and we're going to show advanced parameters. So under this advanced parameter, we want to change the status to approve. Approval claim will be the person that clicked the button. So I'm going to look for that person here. So I search for the response approval name, status, and I'm going to send it to approve. So once we have that, we should be ready to test, right? Should be ready to test. So we'll add the second conjunction later, but for now, let's save and test. So I'll go back to the list, head to my form, preview, and I'm just going to enter the name, department. I'm just going to use this bunch tag. Let's say laptop. 3 is fine. Laptop. So I'm going to click submit. So once it's submitted, I click refresh. Refresh that, we have this. So let's go back to the workflow, go back a little bit, and then refresh. So we can see it's still running. So let's click on it to view details. So we see that it's at the verge of awaiting approval, right? So we can hear a notification. So let's go back to our daily email. So I think this is the most recent notification, 444. So I'm just going to approve that. And before we do that, let's go back to the assets and refresh and see if the requester name has appeared. Fine, requester name appeared. The status is pending, and then it's saying awaiting approval. So let's just go ahead to approve and then click approve, submit. So once I click submit, I can go back to this list, and we see the status has changed to approved, and just assignment status has changed to approved. But if we go back to our main list, that has not appeared yet because we've not created a workflow to handle that. So the next video we're going to do that. Thank you.